Hi everybody, it's the Soap Man and it's time to make some soap. So I'm going to be revisiting one I did, I don't know, maybe a couple of years ago. And on the bottom, I have a black base with Nurture Soap activated charcoal. Then I'm going to do a mica vein with Nurture Soap's Shimmer Gold. And then for the two top, I'm going to swirl in Nurture Soap's Kashmir Blue, which is let's get that off there. It's a beautiful blue, although it does seem to lighten up a good bit in cold process. And the other swirl is Nurture Soap's Sahara Gold. And I'm going to fragrance this with one of my favorites, Nurture Soap Star Showers. I used this the last time. It behaves well. It really holds up in cold process, doesn't lose any of its notes, so really like that one. Wasn't sure what to call it, and Renee from Soaps for Love suggested calling it Cashmere and Gold, so that's what I'm going to call it this time. So without further ado, let's make Cashmere and Gold soap. I do have a different pot for my oils. This is part of the gift package my friend Lisa sent me a while back. I've always used an old kitchen pot that was no longer suitable for cooking. But when I pour it into the containers, because it doesn't have a spout, it always makes a mess. So I'm going to try this one and see if this does better, because it has a pouring spout and hopefully won't make as much of a mess. I'm soaping at about 88 degrees Fahrenheit. So here we go. Make just a little bit of noise and get a very basic emulsification. Also, when I stir with a stick blender in this, I don't have metal dragging on metal at the bottom, which probably drives some people crazy. It doesn't bother me, but I imagine it bothers some people. Just don't have that. But here's my main reason. I think with this pouring spout, it's going to be a lot neater pour, cleaner pour. So I'm going to mostly fill these cups for our accent colors. Yes, much neater, much cleaner pour. And set these aside. So into our main container, I'm going to do my activated charcoal. Scrape the sides down just a little bit, because this is a lot deeper than the pot that I'm used to working with. Give us a quick hit with the stick blender to finish emulsifying and mix that up. Put about a third of our fragrance in with a very quick hit of the stick blender and pour, because I want to pour this nice and flat and while it's runny, so it stays nice and flat and smooth. do because it's nice and fluid and I want it to stay that way. And because it's so beautifully smooth and runny, the way I wanted it, it's too runny to do anything with, so I'll be back. Okay, we're back several minutes later. I went ahead and gave this a pretty heavy dusting of shimmer gold while I was waiting for this to set up, because just to save us some time, and mica veins can get to be a bit messy. So let's set this out of the way for a minute, and it can even set up further. So let's work on our two top colors. So the one container will have our Sahara Gold. Let me see what that looks like. And it looks fantastic, of course. And this one is going to have our Kashmir blue. And I, once again, am just going to barely hit these with the stick blender, and I'm probably going to hand stir the fragrance in. And it looks perfect. And it's a great consistency for this pour. So let's get our mold over here and get this poured. I'm going to squirt this with some alcohol just to kind of settle and anchor that mica, because I gave it a pretty heavy dose. And for this, I'm just going to pour these two side by side. that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to let that sit for a few minutes to thicken up and squirt it with some rubbing alcohol to prevent soda ash and insulate it and put it to bed. So thanks for watching. Renee, thank you for the name suggestion. And folks, I'll see you tomorrow for the cut. Alright, thanks then. Bye. Okay, we're back to cut our soap, and I knew as soon as I poured it I had more black base than I wanted. I wanted like half of that on black base, but other than that, I think it turned out pretty much the way I expected. So let's just get right into it and see what we have on the inside. Are you ready? And that's what I was expecting. I did add a little more blue this time and got more of the blue color that I wanted. So let's get this cut into bars and see what we have. Very nice, just what I wanted. Nice defined Michael vein. And since the other log will look pretty much the same, I'll cut it off camera and save us a little bit of time. But this is for the most part what I wanted. I'd like to have had a smaller base, but like that color combination. Love this fragrance. So folks, thanks for watching. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next week. Okay then, bye.